gone back on their shelf. I will say that these are the ones that I have read already, and these are the ones that I have not read. Some of these I've read, some of them I haven't read, but I didn't want to mix my paperbacks with my hardback. Well, these are big paperbacks, those are fine. But I mean, like these little ones, I ran out of shelf space. I ran out of shelf space for these, so I kind of keep them right here. Sorry. Sorry if my camera angling is shoddy. There we go. Well, anyway, guys, these are books that I have read. These are my goal for 2019, and so are these. I will give you guys a tour of the books that I have read, and there are a bunch of hang on, I'm gonna take this down, or else it's gonna fall right on my lap like it just did. But you can tell I have a second roll of books back there, so I'm going to take these guys out and show you them one at a time, and then I'll take the second row out there in the back here and show you. So, let me take these guys out. Ah! Smooth moves. It's like avalanche here. Alright, here we go. Hang on. Just tossing them to the floor. Toss to the floor. Alright. No, I'm just gonna toss the whole thing to the floor. Might as well. And then I'll reshelf them as we go along. Man, I wish I was recording off my laptop or I had a regular camera, because then I could just speed up this process for you. But I wanted to do a live stream video. So, that is all the books that I am going to show you today. Alright, the first book is The Dark Card by Amy Eggerichs. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but it's a really good book. And it's basically this girl who goes on vacation by herself at an old summer, or I think old vacation home near casinos. And who is okay, people are sending me friend requests, whatever, my one account, whatever. But this is about a girl who, I guess she's like 17, and she goes to her family's old place. She's grieving because of the loss of her mom, and she ends up stealing her sister's ID and doing her makeup nice and sneaking into the casinos. Then, which, honestly, I will have to reread that book. I think last time I gave it a 3 to 4 star review on there. I didn't give it an actual review on Goodreads or anything, because I didn't know that Goodreads existed at the time. Now, I am definitely putting that on Goodreads, and I'm going to reread it, and definitely see if I can give it a higher rating or a lower rating, whatever. My next one is Hex by Michelle Cries. There's another book to this, and I honestly think that, what's her face? Indigo Blackwood, which I'm assuming is the girl on the cover. Is it me? Or does she look like Taylor Swift with her long hair? I don't know, guys. But anyway, that's another book I read. I read the hardcover back. I had the paperback for some reason. I bought it at Dollar Tree. And the Dark Card I got from the library book sale back out in Illinois. As you remember, guys, I'm not sure if I told you, but I have moved to Michigan since May 2017, so it's going on 2 years that I have been here. And for some reason, Hex keeps falling down. I'm a little concerned there. Okay, stay. Next I have Envy by Greg Olson. Everybody thinks that it's an empty coffin novel, and I really want to see the other books that belong to it. I'm gonna have to look into him. I actually really like this book. Everybody thought she committed suicide, and it wasn't the case. And these twin girls, or sisters, knew something was up, and they worked together to figure out what happened. It was really cool. So I guarantee that's a good read. And honestly, if I remember right, I would give it like a 4, maybe 4.5 star. Now next one I would honestly give it a solid 4.5 stars because I like all the mythical old crap, and I am into young adult YA fantasy mystical mumbo jumbo, and this is about the Holy Grail, the Last Grail Keeper by Pamela Smith Hill, and it is about a girl who comes from King Arthur's line, or his sister Morgan Le Fay's lineage, where they protect the Grail. And I honestly like this book. I reread it a couple of times, and I'm going to continue reread. I'm going to reread it one more time because now I have these post-it notes. I was looking at this one YouTuber. She'll put post-it notes in different colors to emphasize if it's a funny moment, a love interest, a sad moment, a serious moment, and I have so many feels on this book. So if I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, I'm just going to move along. Again, like I said, 4.5 stars. The next book I'm going to have to reread again, honestly, because I haven't gotten the full grip on this one. And it shocked me. There's not a huge romance, but a slight romance and a very, very vindictive plot going on that is such a mind blower at the end when they reveal who was the reason for hurting this girl, for burning her face. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's called Burning Blue. She basically got burnt in her one eye with acid, so she can't see in that eye, but she's trying to make the best of it. She's trying to go back to school, and I really like this book, and I am going to reread it so that way I can absorb all the feels once again. And I want to actually see if Paul Griffith has any other any more books like this, because I honestly want to continue reading his books. This was so beautifully written. So on to the next one, which will be actually 2 of them. I have Under the Never Sky and Through the Evernight by Veronica Rossi. And those I got, okay, I will say again, Hexed, okay, Dark Card I got from the library book sale. Hex I got from Dollar Tree. And Envy I got from Dollar Tree. Last Grail Keeper I got from the library. Burning Blue I got from Dollar Tree. This and the other book I got from the library. They, as you can tell, they were a part of the library's collection, but they got rid of them. Like, they withdrew them from They withdrew them from circulation if you look at the W over the barcode. Yep, so they were no longer a part of the library's book sale, and I honestly like that they put a W over the barcode, because what they did with The Last Groundkeeper is they cut the barcode off, and then that page looked like crap. And they did the same thing with this one, like they put the W over it. So these were newer books. I'm surprised they got rid of those. Maybe people weren't reading them. But again, sorry, this video is going to be super long because I have a lot of books. And sometimes people will go through them. I will go through my little 4-book series that I have here. It's a teen werewolf series, and I actually like it. Honestly. First book is Moonlight by Rachel Hawthorne, a Dark Guardian novel. And all these girls are teens who are going to become werewolves. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this right here, so that way I can put the other 3 right there. Okay. Next book is Full Moon. That's going to go in there, so that way they're in order, because knowing me. And then I have Dark of the Moon. She ends up not being a shifter, but she ends up being a mate of a shifter, and I really like it. So, whatever. And then Shadow of the Moon is the last one, and I like this one. I like all 4 of these. They're not like my favorite series, but they were short and good, and they were also from the library. Anything with the A on it were from the library. Then I believe this one from Goodwill. Wait, hang on. I'm going out of order here. Another library book that I got was, or another 2 library books that I'm collecting the series of. So if anybody else has extra copies of the last 4 and the first series, I would totally love if you guys could give me a copy of each of those. Bloodlines by Rochelle Mead. And I love this series. So, honestly, I love it. And I also have The Golden Lily. I want the rest of the series. I also have Frostbite and the movie version, like the ultimate guide from like the movie, and not a huge fan of reading that one, but I want to get all the Bloodline books, and I also want to get all the Vampire Academy books. I already have Frostbite. I'm super excited. I think that's book 2. So, I'm looking forward to collecting all those books. Honestly, I need a bigger bookshelf, and I need to go on Goodreads and put all these guys in. I read them. I'm scared to see how many books I've read, because I know I've read a lot. Because I used to be able to, like, plow through books. If you ever see my friend Ashley in the comments, if she ever sees this video, she's gonna agree with me. Like, I spend more time in my books than I do with her. And she would get so annoyed because I'm so wrapped up in my fantasy world, and she's so realistic. I mean, yeah, she likes video games, but she's a realist. She's a real person, and despite her attitude problems, her mood disorder, and everything, She's actually a very sweet person, and I am glad that she found a girlfriend that honestly loves her, and I hope that they last a very long time because I think Andrea is awesome. Oh my god, if she watches this. um woo! Whoops. I don't know how to pronounce this. Kate Kierman. Immortal Beloved. I have the second one also. I have Darkness Falls by the same author, and I'm looking for the yellow one. This is not the original cover for the red one, but this I like these covers better, honestly. And I love the story, but honestly, it was a little slow, so I'm gonna give it a 3.5 stars, 3.5, 4 stars, because it was a good story, but uh, Dark Party by Sarah Grant. I will give that, if I remember right, 3.5, 4 stars because I have not read the rest of the series. I know they probably have another part of the series, but I'm unsure my feelings on it right now. I'm unsure of all. So I am going to stuff it here, up here, because I'm running out of space here. Come on, guys. Because right here is where the window is, and then this is all wall behind all this, so I can't really... Whoops. Because this is where the window is, and then this is where all the wall is, so I can't really push these guys back any further, and I'm running out of space. This one had me a little confused, so I'll give it 3 stars. It was indeed a good book, and I can't wait to read Chaos. But this is Fates by Lainey Ross. Okay, that's weird. But it was an okay book. Very confusing. I'm not sure what she is. She's like I don't know, she just randomly ends up killing people, I guess, and fulfilling like prophecies and whatnot. The Wicked Game by Michelle Zink. It dabs into like black magic and stuff, and I like that kind of thing. I'm wondering if there's more to this. Like, is there a second book or something? I really want to know. This is kind of like a modern / back in the past kind of thing. I'm not sure how I feel about this book. I'm gonna have to reread it. I really liked it though. I liked it, but I don't know what I would give it. So I'm gonna end up rereading it at some point in time. I'm not sure if I'm gonna reread it this year. I mean, I know the year just started, so there's so much to do, and that's why. So I'm gonna shelf the book for now and move on to the next 3 books. This I ended up reading. Didn't realize there's another whole series, even though it says New York's best-selling series. Daylighters. It's a vampire and werewolf book, and I want to continue reading it, honestly. It has like a very Vampire Diary vibe, but I would rather read this series than I would the Vampire Diary series, honestly. And I have Vampire Diary books in this shelf, but I won't read them. They're just like fancy collectors, and you're probably wondering, Autumn, if you have them, read them. But Next one is another vampire book, and I like this series, or trilogy, whatever. It's about two twin sisters. The one is autistic, and the other one's very protective of her. And I really like it. So, I honestly rate all 3 books 5 stars. It was a really relatable book. It was a lot like the Darkest Minds, though I heard that the Darkest Minds movie did not get the greatest reviews. So, well, that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. Putting it up here. And then the last book will go here, my Throne of Glass book. I like this. I listened to the audiobook first. So now I know how to pronounce the names if I really want to read it. And I can read, and I know how to say word marks, because otherwise I would have been confused on how to pronounce them and how to pronounce Selena, Caltane, Nehemia, Dorian, KL. I know how to say Dovier, Adeline, or Ardelin, yeah, and everything. So I'm gonna reread this one. I really did like it, and I know there's a lot of people who weren't a fan of this book, but I kind of like it. It's like a fairy witch vibe to it. It's like a very Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones vibe. Probably people don't probably like. There's more Game of Thrones than Lord of the Rings, but to me, I never watched Game of Thrones, so I don't know. But if this is anything like Game of Thrones, then I might like the show. So who knows? I do have other books from the series, but I am not going to continue. I read the second one. I think it's what do you call it? I forget what the name of it was. Come on, bastard! I had you in there. Alright. Tight fit. But we got through it, and holy crap, that took like basically 23 minutes to do. Man, did I have to do this whole shelf? You know, guys, I'm gonna break this up. If you guys like this video, then I might do another bookshelf tour. And I'll show you guys what I have not read yet. Here. And what I've read here, what I haven't read. Oh no. Okay. There you guys are. It froze on me. But the ones I want to read, that I'm going to read, the ones I haven't read and read here, the ones I haven't read here, the ones I haven't read here, my Carpathians. Actually, you guys have seen my Carpathian novels. You guys haven't seen my Charlene Kenyon novels yet. And then I am going to go through. I already did a possible unhaul on some of them, and those are my unhaul books. And that is the continuous of my 2019 read list. So, in between all the other books, including this one, because I know the next Shadow Rider book is coming out very soon, or sometime this year, probably in the first couple months, and I want to be sure I am prepared. And then I still have to reread the Dark series from start to finish before September 3rd to be able to be refreshed and rejuvenated and, you know, go back into the swing of things, because I feel like I am missing a lot. You know what, to be honest with you? Let me level with you guys. Sometimes I skip because of the sex scenes, and then I skip too far, and I lose certain points in the book that I come back and I'm like looking at trivias, and I'm losing my damn marbles. I'm going to give you an example. I didn't realize that Gregory lost his hand in Dark Demon. Mikhail, between their bond, was able to give it back to him. And I asked this question before, one time, and I am dumbfounded that I did not catch that. Super dumbfounded, I did not catch that. But I'm hoping that my reread will help me be a better writer and a better fan of Christine. And maybe I'm gonna reread the Shadow Rider series when the fourth book, I almost said third, fourth book, comes out. And I forget what it's called. I know it's Shadow Rider, Shadow Reaper, Shadow Keeper, and what's the last one? What's the fourth one? Crap. Shadow Warrior. There we go. Shadow Warrior comes out. I know Dark Illusions, the names of the couples, I don't know how to pronounce them. I really don't. But I'm excited to see what they are, and I'm hoping that they are couples, or a couple in, like, where the last few books have been set, because I want to see how, and I'm hoping that nobody who is going to get spoiled by this watches it, but how Firo deals with his life mate, or Pharaoh. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Ferro, whatever. But he has a life mate, and she was the long lost sister of one of our early Carpathians. I think it's Train's sister. I forget what her name is. Elizabeth something or other. Found out in Dark Sentinel that they are life mates, and she's been very abused by Vampire, one of the Malnoth brothers. Sergei, I think. Well, I'm going to see if this next book brings in more limelight on their story, even though their story is not the story of Dark Illusion, and I have like this weird vibe that the female or the male are gonna be like Savannah and Gregory. I mean, not really, but one of them's gonna be some kind of illusionist, and honestly, that's what Savannah is. She was the mistress of illusion, so I don't know. It's like a tough thing to think about. I'm sure there's a lot of people on YouTube who do not book talk Christine Feehan's books. And I'm hoping that will change, because honestly, I love her books. And I'm looking forward to reading the Leopard series. I actually have 2 Leopard books. Where the hell are you? Where the heck is it? Where on earth? Where is it? No. My one Leopard series book is hiding. It's saying, screw you. I'm hiding. You're a crazy person. Oh, here we go. Savage Nature. It was only 69 cents, and I'm super sad that Good Threads, Thrifts or whatever, has closed. It was within walking distance, and it's super awesome because Value World, while they have a lot of books that I want to read, especially the Twilight books and Rick Riordan's series, that's on my to-read list. I've had that book for a couple years now. You would think I would give it up by now, or start reading it, or have read it, but there are so many books that, I have all the time in the world to get to read, and I always read stuff in the library first, honestly. I need to get it together. And I'm collecting books that I have read from the library. So figure that one out. Hext was a library book, and I read it, and I love it. I want to collect Splintered and a bunch of the other books that I love reading. And Splintered and that series or trilogy is about like Alice in Wonderland, and I'm rereading Splintered right now. I'm also rereading The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong. So I'm hoping to Splintered is by A.G. Howard, by the way, guys. I really honestly love it, and if you guys have not read it yet, even though some of you guys are probably adults, get with the program because that book is good. And especially if you want a Alice in Wonderland with a very gory view take on it. So, view take, and it's such a love triangle. Honestly, a huge love triangle. Sorry for the spoily bit, but actually, it's not that spoily. But yeah, I'm not gonna go into too much detail. All I'm just gonna say is that Alyssa is Alice's great granddaughter or great great granddaughter. I don't know. I think it's her great granddaughter. And things happen, and she goes to Wonderland thinking that she's fixing Alice's messes, and it turns out to be a more twisted thing. So we'll see if anybody will read it. And if you guys read it, please put your book review and link it down below in the comments for me, okay? I love you guys, and have a very safe and